I've already prepped my face with the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Mentholated Ice Scentless Pre-Shave and Lather Booster Shave Stick right there. That's very nice. And my razor is going to be this FrankShaving razor, the one with the long handle. This one's done in gunmetal, 3-piece razor, a little bit of overhang there. And in there on its second use will be a Shark Platinum blade. And my soap is going to be the Ginger's Garden Polar Green Travel Shave Soap. Now, many thanks to Randy Wright, who sent me both this soap and the razor. And previously, he had also sent me this very nice polar shaving brush from his YouTube channel and Facebook page, Polar Shaving, and it says Polar Shaving there. That's also done by FrankShaving, Ming Li's organization over there in China. And I've already kind of lathered this up. Let me try to get a lather started here. I'm just going to wet the tips of the brush a little bit, and I hope you're all doing well out there. Randy Wright gave me the idea to wear a hat sometimes. I don't always wear a hat, but sometimes. In my videos, I mean. I obviously have worn hats before, but I guess, I don't know if that's obvious, but just about everybody's worn a hat at some time, haven't they? I didn't used to wear a hat in my videos. I used to wear a robe. I may do that again sometime for a classic conversational shaving shave. But back then, this channel had a different name, and I erased all those videos. It was just Don F. Shaves or something like that. Shaving, shaves. Okay, oops, dropped my top there. Tuck of blades is what fell off the vanity here. It's not really a vanity, it's just a sink. But anyway, I'm going to wet the razor. And we'll begin pass number 1 with the grain. Second use on this blade, second time I've used the razor. Trying to make this channel look a little bit more professional, but I don't know. It is what it is. Bit of a Gillette slide there. And we'll flip the razor over and go over here. World's pretty crazy these days, so a good shave is a nice thing to take one's mind off the insanity. I guess it's not all insanity. I think a lot of good things are happening. I guess I try to be kind of what Timothy Leary said, a hope fiend. He once wrote a book called Confessions of a Hope Fiend. Excuse me. Oh, well. What am I doing here? Forgot which pass I was on. But anyway, today, hello from Chicago and other places. My shirt says has another place on it, but I don't think you can see that on camera, so. The first time I used this razor, I was pleasantly surprised. it may not look all that different from a lot of other three-piece razors with long handles, but I did have good luck with it the first time. Let's hope for the same here. Okay, rinse the razor again. By the way, for those of you who are in the States, happy 4th of July, happy Canada Day. I'm not sure what day that is or was, but it falls around the same time of year. Same week, I think, or weekend, as the case may be now. So, happy Canada Day to our friends in Canada. Happy 4th of July to those of you in the States. I just hope everyone's doing well around the world. Okay, I'm going to stop here, pop out, pop back in, freshly lathered for a second pass, which will be across the grain. Now, I don't think I showed you this soap. Or maybe I did, I don't remember. I thought I did. The Ginger's Garden Polar Green soap. Yeah, I showed you this. And on the second pass, my brush looks like it's full of lather. Maybe it didn't top well, but that may not be the soap. That might be my fault. But whatever the case, it feels like a slick enough lather with enough protection to go ahead and do a second pass without going back to the tub. So I'm going to try that. We'll see how that goes. This is a fairly mild razor that I'm using. And if there's any problem, I'll go back to the tub. At least I'll do so, I think, for the third pass. But let's do this second pass across the grain here. Oh, and I have about a day and a half, almost 2 days worth of growth here. Not too bad. But yeah, this lather was a lot thinner on the second pass here, the second application. This isn't feeling too bad right now, though. I'll rinse the razor. Okay. I guess I had showed you the label on that tub of soap, but I hadn't really commented much about the soap. Now I'm getting nice slickness here, even though the second application was not very poofy. The lather looks thin, and it is thin. So for the third pass, I'll go back to the tub a little bit. Okay. Now, I had not tried a Ginger's Garden soap before. This is mild, and I'll show it to you again, because the name, Polar Green, it is a little bit cool, and definitely you can smell the green of like fir trees or something. There might be some fern or something in there too, but well, it's a little bit chill, as in a little bit cold on the face, but it's not really super cold. It's not like some of the other soaps that have a great deal of menthol in them. And I guess this must have some menthol in it, but anyway. We'll finish this pass by going across the grain on my neck here. Yeah, FrankShaving that sells this razor and the brush I'm using, they also, as you probably know if you watch this channel, they're also the maker, the seller of the conversational shaving brush. It's the official brush of this channel. Available on Amazon and on AliExpress, just as the polar shaving brushes are. There's more than one of them. Let's see. My brush for this channel is just a, well, I shouldn't say just, but it is, I only have available through Frank Lee at Main Shaving. It's a synthetic knot brush with a long handle, the very nice G4 synthetic knot. Randy Wright from Polar Shaving, he has he has basically the same brush with a different handle, and then he's got some short handle brushes like the one I'm using today. This is a silvertip badger brush, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. It's a silvertip badger brush, but he, I believe, also has some boar and synthetic ones, and so check those out. I'll be right back and be pass number 3 against the grain. Well, hello again. Pass number 3 against the grain now, and got a little bit better lather that time. Went back to the puck for a little more soap, back to the tub, I should say, and we'll see here how this goes. I'll start on the neck this time. A lot of audio feedback there. Oh, did I mention, I think I did, maybe not. Randy also sent me, well, I may not have mentioned this part. He sent me a whole sleeve of these, the sharp blades, and like 3 sleeves of Voskjad, the blades made in Russia. I gave one of those sleeves to my friend Dave, who says he now has enough razor blades to last the rest of his lifetime. That could be true. I hope they work well for him. I got him into this hobby, but he can't really, well, he could do it every day, I guess, but being that he's a CNA now, certified nurse's aide or assistant or whatever, he's not allowed, at least in this country, they're not allowed to wear any strong scents. So something he shaved with or used as an aftershave on his work nights would not be allowed if it were like the things a lot of us use. So, excuse me. I know that there are some aftershaves. In fact, I have one here that I'll use later that don't have a lot of scent, or their scent dissipates quickly. This one that I'm going to use, I've used on the channel before, and it's not meant to have a long-lasting scent, or even necessarily a nice scent. I'll explain that, or you'll see what I mean in a minute here. But I've got something to offset that and give me some scent besides the soap, which scent strength on this of 3 out of 10, I would say. No, go ahead and make that 2 out of 5, so that'd be 4 out of 10. Scent strength, it's one of those scents that starts off pretty mild and gets, at least when you're in a small bathroom like this, it fills the place with a very nice aroma. I might even give this 2.5 out of 5 or 5 out of 10. I'm not sure what I said before. Math was never my strong suit. But it's definitely not one of those scents that's going to peel the paint off the walls, so to speak. It does not assail your nostrils, thank goodness. And it's a nice, pleasant scent. If you like sort of a polar green scent, well, the scent is not so much polar, or cold, but a lot of green, like smells like a forest. And I am noting more conifer scents, fir trees, that kind of thing, evergreens, whatever you want to call them. Okay, well, that's all done. I'll come back and then it'll be pickup time, everybody. Okay, it's pickup time, everybody, and there's a crazy clock over there somewhere, and here we go. Let's see, pickup time. How am I going to do this? Some of these trouble spots here. I had a little weeper somewhere. I don't know where it went. It may have closed. I noticed blood on the brush, on the lather after the first pass, I think it was, but I think that may have gone away. I can't tell. Kind of a sharp blade, these sharks are. I haven't used them very often. I wouldn't say they're a go-to blade for me, but in this razor, I've had fairly good luck with them. I'm going to rinse one more time. Or at least for one more, one more going over some trouble spots here. I'll still have to rinse the razor when I'm done here. I know on that first shave that I did with pretty much these same products, but I did it off camera. I believe I got baby bottom smooth on my first use of this blade. It is doing a pretty good job, even on the second use, of eliminating the stubble on those trouble spots. I don't want to go too crazy with this and get a bunch of irritation any more than I might normally get, or any more than I might get from going out in the sun, because it's been pretty hot here. It's a little cooler today, but we have had plenty of sunshine, thank goodness. Let me see. I know I'm going a little, wow. Okay, that's still a little lather there. This is feeling good. Let's see. I wonder if I can. I'm sorry, I usually don't like to go, these days, I don't like to go so crazy on these pickups, but the thing is, I'm very close to baby bottom smooth here. This, if it's not BBS, it would definitely be up at the top, maybe up at the very top of the DFS scale of shave, for shaves, the darn fine shave, but it's almost academic now. Well, I guess I can always find something, can't I? Little bits of stubble, but this is so close to BBS, I think you could call it that, considering my face and where I have trouble spots and where it's very difficult to get completely smooth without causing irritation. It's a very good shave, folks, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna rinse the razor, last time I hope, rinse the brush and my face. I'll be back with our good friend, star of stage and screen, Mr. Towel. Here's our good friend, Mr. Towel, to save the day. And I don't know why, wait a minute. No, the camera is still running. I hope I didn't screw something up there. I guess I didn't shut it off so that I don't have to make as long of an edit there. I hope I didn't skip a pass or something by turning it on when I was supposed to be turning it off and vice versa. Anyways, a nice shave. That's really nice. Second use on the blade, it was better on the first. I suppose with perhaps, at least what I'm experiencing now, and from the first shave with this blade in this razor, some diminishing returns, but still pretty good performance on the second use of that blade. Okay, I'm going to begin a brief recap and then put the finishing touches on this here shave. So I started off camera beforehand. I prepped my face with the PAA Mentholated Ice. It's a scentless pre-shave soap and lather booster travel stick. Now I think there is a very mild scent to this. It's funny now I don't smell it. I don't know if that's just me. That could just be me. I could be wrong about that because the soap, well, I'll show you the soap in a minute. That's all I'm smelling now is the soap, but anyway, that's another story, I guess. In another shave, I thought I smelled scent coming from that ice pre-shave stick. Anyway, I gotta be careful here. I think I still got some lather on there, but this was the razor, the three-piece. It's a FrankShaving long-handled razor. A little bit of overhang, as I mentioned before. Not too bad, and very nice razor from FrankShaving. My brush has been this also from FrankShaving, the Polar Shaving Silvertip Badger brush. Polar Shaving is in honor of Randy Wright's YouTube channel and Facebook group, Polar Shaving. He's sold on cold water shaves and very cold menthol shaves. And it should, I don't know if you can see it, but it says FrankShaving, actually handmade is what it said there. I think earlier I said it said Polar Shaving, but on this side is the polar bear. I hope you can see that. This side it says FrankShaving and handmade, so sorry about that. Okay, my soap has been this Ginger's Garden Polar Green Tallow Shave Soap, which I found to be a pretty good soap. I wouldn't call it a go-to soap for me, but it's worth, well, I got it for free. Also, something else Randy Wright sent me, just as he sent me that brush, the razor, and the blades. I don't think I mentioned the blades again. The Shark Platinum blade on its second use in that razor. So he sent me a lot of stuff. Now, I think I've covered all that. I'm going to put on some of this Zero Erase Aftershave Relief Tonic. It does have just a mild medicinal smell that does dissipate fairly quickly. And I find it seems to be good for my face. I was given that by somebody else. By one of my old roommates. I might put a little bit more of that in my hand. I didn't get a lot. Not that you need a ton of this stuff, but you can use this in lieu of witch hazel or even in lieu of a balm. So I'm kind of using it for both today. It feels nice. I don't know how far I want to go with this, but maybe a little on the forehead too. It's good stuff. So I was also gifted that, and I guess now I'm going to use the only thing in this shave that someone didn't gift me. I'm going to finish with this. It's Pino Silvestre Eau de Toilette, and it's got sort of a pine tree, fir tree scent. Shake it up a little bit, and I'll just kind of, oops, did I have that right? I hope so. Ooh, now some of that hit me here and it's kind of, it does have alcohol in it. So, and you can kind of put a little on the face if you want. I sort of use it like a body spray or something because it's eau de toilette, but it will give you a sting if you, especially if you're like me and you just had a very close shave there, and that's the Pino Silvestre eau de toilette. So that's it, folks. I gotta get out of here. We'll talk to you later. Thank you and peace.